and in so doing to indicate how Ghanaians feel disappointed in the mid-year budget that was presented. Mr. Speaker, my good friend and respected colleague, Honorable Adongo, can wax lyrical about all macroeconomics theories, but what he must be reminded is that the spare part dealers are disappointed. The promise they gave them, they have deceived them and they are disappointed. Farmers have been disappointed. When your finance minister and your Greek minister, at the time they were in opposition, promised Ghanaian cocoa farmer 7,000 cedis per bag of cocoa. It didn't find expression in the first budget. They thought that it would find expression in the mid-year review. It was 419. Students are disappointed. When the President of the Republic, President Mahama, during his rounds and campaign, promised students that he would send remittances straight to students and straight to headmasters to go to the market and buy them aponche, to do aponche krakra for them. Today, he sent it for just 2 weeks. After that, a letter was sent to them that no money will be sent. We will buy the things and bring it to you. Mr. Speaker, market women have been disappointed. When NDC promised them Women Development Bank, and the expectation was that some Women Development Bank, truly with about 800 million minimum capital, was going to be given to them, only for them to hear in the budget that 51 million, which cannot even open a microfinance. Which money the women are even still expecting to be released. But Mr. Speaker, you can deceive all the sectors of the economy, but security is one that we would have thought this government would have taken more seriously, because our peace and our security, our public safety is all we have. And therefore, you can, even when you have kept Ghanaians hungry, all that they expected was that you will keep their homes, their streets, their schools secure. But what do we see? We are seeing growing insecurity in this country, because the Minister for Defense and the Minister for Interior and all their agencies are starving. They are starving the public safety sector of common goods and services releases. Mr. Speaker, before 2025, in 2022, 2023, 2024, consistently, Ghana was ranked the second most peaceful in the sub-region, country in the sub-region, even in Africa. But in less than 8 months, even just 7 months, we have dropped the ranking in all the notable international ranking, because Ghana's insecurity is on the rise. You talk about sporadic shooting, people getting missing, and sadly being found dead. It is very sad. Every life matters. And so we expected that in the mid-year review, when the first budget was ailing and failing, we thought there would be hope in the mid-year review prioritizing public safety sector. But what we saw was that there was no inspiration at all. There was no assertive commitment, even to prioritizing financing into our public safety sector. Mr. Speaker, our Ministry of Defense is our military, as hard-working as they are, as formidable as they are within the sub-region, highly reputed the world over. Sadly, they are the most underfunded military in the sub-region. Even Togo has more funding. Togo military has more funding than the President Mahama budget allocation to our military. Ivory Coast has more budgetary funding than our military. Burkina, Niger, and all our neighbors. So when we expected that some $1.2 billion will be released to the Ministry of Defense to retool them, to be able to equip them, to get additional fighter jets, to be able to have additional armored personnel carriers, to be able to have additional ammunitions, to be able to have additional drones for surveillance, to be able to curb the rising insecurity, they have done the Ministry of Defense 419. Mr. Speaker, the matter is so serious because as we speak, Every ministry, every agency, you go to fire service, they are suffering. Prison service, they are suffering. Ghana Police Service, they are suffering. Narcotic Control Commission, they are suffering. NADMO, they are suffering. Then early part of the year, early part of June, we saw on front page on Ghanaian Times, President Mahama announcing 1 billion cedis to read 2 security agencies. Myself and my colleagues on the Committee on Defense and Interior, we have visited all the security agencies, almost all of them. Wherever we go, we ask them, Nasikane Wahi, almost say 419. Nasikane Wahi. Nobody knows where that 1 billion cedis is. Mr. Speaker, nobody knows where that 1 billion big announcement is. Even 1 billion cedis, Mr. Speaker, is so inadequate for one particular security agency. Even for one particular security agency, it is so inadequate. So when you even promise them across all the security agencies, the expectation was that just give that out whilst waiting for the major release. As we speak, NIA, if there should be any, perish the thoughts, if there should be any cyber attack on the security, on the security operations center, they are so vulnerable that there will be no alerts. And all our database, all our Ghana card, which we use for bank transactions, will be wiped off because the $14 million which NIA needs to be able to pay for their cyber protection fees, it has not been released to them. They don't have it. NIA is suffering. As we speak, my colleagues on the other side, all the monies you have in the bank that you are expecting to use your Ghana card to go and cash, if any attack should happen on their server, all your monies are locked. Even $40 million, you are not able to release. Mr. Speaker, in today, as we speak, they have stabbed our brothers and sisters in the prison, in all our prisons. They feed them 60 pesos a meal. Rather regrettable. We are in 2025, and President Mahama is feeding our brothers and sisters in prison 60 pesos a meal. How much do we even give? How much do you even spend on your pets? But we are expending only 60 pesos a meal on our fellow human beings in prison. Mr. Speaker, it is so terrible. The growing insecurity we see. Our security services are competent. Our police, our armed forces, our immigration service, fire service, prison, they are all very competent. They are looking for budgetary allocation and releases. And so this government is starving our security agencies and expecting our security to decline and degenerate. And I do not know the unfortunate they are waiting for it to happen. Mr. Speaker, Bako matter is very sensitive. And we on our side will resist every temptation to politicize the matter. As a matter of fact, we will not toe the line of our brothers NDC in Parliament when they were in opposition. We will be a very extremely circumspect and be sensitive to the plight of our brothers and sisters within the Bako zone. But Mr. Speaker, more than ever before, this is the time the government must not turn their backs on the Bako crisis. This is the time that we are expecting that the security agencies, the critical logistical needs that they require, should be released onto them to be able to, equip them to adequately contain the situation. Because every Ghanaian is as concerned about the development and the situation in Bako, and we all pray that one day there will be lasting peace, and our hearts and sympathies to all those who are suffering and to all those who have lost their loved ones. Mr. Speaker, but they did politics with it. They did politics with it. We will not do politics with it. Mr. Speaker, today, Galamsey, which our brothers on the other side went around various rivers and fetched water in bottles. Today, they are not able to go and fetch bottles because the turbidity of those rivers, they cannot. They may have to use shovel to fetch the water and put in the cups. Today, Galamsey has moved from being an environmental threat into a criminal enterprise with apparatchiks of the ruling government, NDC, scrambling for sites. And yet, when the Ghana Police Service and the Ghana Armed Forces were asking for adequate budgetary allocation to be able to go and fight head on, they rather chose to starve Ghana Armed Forces, to starve Ghana Police Service, and to appoint river guards with no weapons, always doing all kinds of content on TikTok. That is the result of this government, and that is an indication of their lack of commitment in addressing this matter. Mr. Speaker, on narcotics, a few months ago, we invited the Minister for Interior and asked him why, before this very house, why hasn't he procured narcotic detection scanners to be installed at the airport and various ports across the country, because all of them are broken down. He said that indeed is a priority, but Sikane Wahin, where is the cash to go and buy them? And so today at the airport, cocaine can easily pass through, cannabis can easily pass through. You know, all kinds of narcotics and illicit substances can easily pass through or enter because our narcotics detection scanners are broken down. And instead of the NDC government, President Mahama and the finance minister to prioritize funding into these critical installations, they are starving narcotics control. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, you can do politics with all sectors. You can starve all sectors. But when you begin to starve the security sector, when you begin to starve the public safety sector, you are plunging this country into a reckless situation, a situation that later no amount of billions can restore. Therefore, we are urging the President and urging the Finance Minister to prioritize funding to our public safety sector and to prioritize funding to our security agencies to enable them secure this country and to ensure that every Ghanaian will continue to feel safe in this country as they felt some 2-3 years ago. That every Ghanaian will feel safe in their school and know that 2 weeks towards the preparation, they will not have any trauma to worry about, so that they will wake up in this country knowing that they will not be missing, and a few days later their body will be found somewhere. That in this country we will not have people wielding guns all over our water bodies in the name of Galamsey under the era of NDC, because they know that our security agencies have been rendered underfunded and helpless, and rather river guards have rather been engaged. Mr. Speaker, they must not shirk their financial responsibility and do what is right and do what is needful and stop starving Ghana Police Service and stop starving Ghana Armed Forces and stop starving Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Fire Service, Narcotics Control Commission, and all NADMO today, as we are even in rainy season. When you go to NADMO warehouse, you will not find even a single relief item. NADMO, for 7 months now, they have not even released money even for one roofing sheet. They have not released money for even one bale of Brony Wewu. They don't have any money at all. And yet, NDC is saying that we should clap for them. They have goodwill. The goodwill they claim and tout is shrouded in their shirking of financial responsibility in protecting the very lives, if for nothing at all. Remember that some 6.3 million voters voted for you. Prioritize their security, prioritize their safety, and release funding to Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, and all their agencies to keep the security of this country. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much.